Talk with Lenora. Morning Talk. Morning Talk with Lenora.
Hello. Welcome to the Morning Talk with Lenora. I'm still on this upbeat time, so and feeling good, you know. I ate some of my, I got my bag on Friday from Amor Healing Kitchen, and it was like being in a restaurant. I have a few pictures because, I actually ate it and didn't even think about taking pictures. I did. I took two pictures that I will share with you along the way. But I have to tell you about my menu that I had that I didn't take pictures of. I did take pictures of this one thing, and you should be able to see it. It was Quinoa Stuff Cabbage squash with dark greens and cranberries. And those cranberries were very added. It was a nice added touch. The little sweetness was really good. It was served with roasted fingerling potatoes and carrots. And it was really good. I mean, it was so much going on. The quinoa, the greens, the cranberries, and the squash. You had the squash too. And they had potatoes and carrots. It was very, in the words of Chop, it was very savory. So it was very good. And I have a picture of that. I also had a black bean veggie burger, and it was served over butterhead lettuce and edible flowers, and it was served with tarragon vinaigrette. Now, I should take a picture of, because it was beautiful. The flowers were yellow and pink. I like pink. And let me tell you, that black bean burger, it was like meat. It was so good. I was like, greens. I was like, give me the burger. It was really good. And the greens are good, and the vinaigrette is very good. It was a great meal. That was really good. I enjoyed that. But hey, that black bean burger, that thing was the bomb. And then there's the Tex-Mex casserole with beet and mustard greens with avocado lime sauce, served with a baked sweet potato with Moroccan pesto. Now, I have not eaten that casserole yet, but I did eat that sweet potato, and it was good. And when I was eating it, I didn't think about the Mexican pesto that was on it. I just thought it was like, it was like a citrus flavor. I didn't realize it was Mexican pesto. It was really good on a sweet potato. So that was also very filling as well. The Hearty Super Seed Granola. That was supposed to be my snack, and it has pepitas, hemp seeds, sunflowers, almonds, walnuts, and sunflowers with protein, healthy oils with maple syrup. Now, I can't chew that. Nope. So that I still have. So I have to figure out. I'm gonna try to eat that. I still got time, so I'm gonna try that. So I can't actually tell you about it because I'm like, that is awfully crunchy looking. I don't know. Broccoli potato soup. That was the first thing I ate. It was very good. It was very good. I'm a soup person. I like soup. I guess that's one of my comfort foods. And I like the soup. And it was really good. I warmed it up. I mean, that one was the first one I ate out the bag. So, then they had a strawberry shortcake. I have a picture of that. That is so adorable. They actually cut the shortcake into a heart. So it was in the shape of a heart. And you should be able to see that picture. And strawberries, and it had two sauces. It was coconut whipped cream and a strawberry compote, and it was so good. It was like I felt so loved and special with my heart-shaped strawberry shortcake. So that is my first meal from Amor. So I start to eat the Tex-Mex, and then I have to try the granola. But it's mixed in, with other stuff. Well, I didn't tell you when I went to church. My church blessed the members like myself with some fresh cabbage, carrots, and some sweet potatoes. So I got a really big cabbage that is really big for me. I got that and some carrots, and I put them in my crock pot, and I made a soup. I asked my friend, I said, people do make cabbage soups, right? So I made one in a crock pot, but I put some seasoning in it, and some roasted tomatoes. I forgot the whole word for it. And I doctored up. The broth is amazing. I actually used vegetable broth to make it in, and I make it in my crock pot. I like those self-serving food things, because I like wanting to do other things, So I made that. That's one of my my meals that I have in between my Amor. So I put 3 servings in my freezer of my cabbage soup, and I still have more to cook. So I want to figure out if I can. I have some meatless sausage that I'm going to put in this second batch, and try to give it a little different flavor. So I have these meals stashed away in my freezer because I'm trying to eat. I am trying to eat. I need to eat. I was talking to my daughter, and I'm like, wow, I really need to eat 3 meals a day. And I just never been there. And that is bad. I just never, I think I had 3 meals a day when I was in school. Breakfast, lunch, I just never, so that is something I'm working on. What else is going on with me? I have on a baseball jersey. That's another thing I like. I like baseball jerseys. I have my children are so funny sometimes. I have 2 jerseys that they're not real. They knockoffs, but they look like jerseys to me. Well, my son wasn't having it. So my son bought me, I do have a real New York Yankees jersey my son bought me, with the real label on it. I think I've worn it once already on here. But I do have a real one, and this one's a Braves. But I like them. They're some of my, your fine clothes you put on. I like baseball jerseys. And I actually, I know I've been on with my football jersey. My son bought me that too. Or my daughter. I think it was my daughter. Bought me that for Christmas or something. But I got my jersey on today. And, I'm really feeling, this is, talking on this is really good for me. I really hope, people will enjoy watching it and come back, because, if you don't, I'm still going to talk. Because that's one of those things. It's one of my things on my list, doing things that I love. And I love doing this. And I love, talking and maybe inspiring somebody, maybe encouraging somebody, maybe telling somebody about stuff, I shared last time about Nina Simone. I'm also a Billie Holiday fan. It's still Jazz Week, so maybe I'll add some of my Billie Holiday things in here, because I really like her too. Her Strange Fruit is really good too. I like her. And I saw this video of her most recently. They always highlight, in most times, the negativity about her life was highlighted. That, she had substance abuse issues and so forth. But, most of the pictures I saw, it never showed the beautiful woman that she was. She was gorgeous. I saw this video, a younger Billie Holiday. I think she was in another country, and she was singing. And I had never, I listened to her voice, but, I've always seen these older pictures of her, And, mostly the highlighting her, the issues she had, even though it's very important, but there was more to the woman than that. I mean, she was beautiful. I saw the picture, and, of course, I've seen Ladies in the Blues. I mean, I don't know how many times Diana Ross killed that. I love that. And of course, the clothes are really good. And from my knowledge, those clothes were all designed for Diana Ross by Bill Mackey. And I mean, I look at that too. I mean, it's a good story, but I see all that because Diana Ross. It was a great movie. What's the Motown guy? Barry Gordy. I think he was the producer or director. He made it happen. I knew that. But it's a great movie, and it talks about Billie Holiday. I also saw on HBO Audra. Oh, I don't want to say her name. I don't want to not say it right. McDonald. Audra McDonald. I saw her one-woman show. I think it was on HBO when she did about Billie Holiday. It was intense. It was very intense. I loved it. I saw that, and it was great. And then, still talking about Audra McDonald, she's so accomplished. I think she has like awards for Broadway, and I actually saw her in person. I saw her here in Charleston. She did a one-woman show. That is my first time I saw her, and I was blessed with the tickets. And she did one where she sang, and I mean, it was amazing for me. I had really good seats, and I was sitting there. I was mesmerized by her, and I mean, it was such a cultural treat for me, to be blessed with these tickets, and to see her. It was awesome. Also, the tickets included a private meeting with her. So I had invited a friend because I had this ticket, so she came with me. Excuse me. So we had the private meeting, and I met Miss McDonald. Please, I'm gonna make sure it's in my description. Her name, Audra, because I want to make sure it's right. Because this is right off the top of my head. But I did get to meet her in person, and she came up, and it so happens that I also saw her and P. Diddy most recently prior to that in I can't think of the movie, but I will have the information. I saw, in the movie, Sanaa Lathan's in it too, and P. Diddy's in it, and Audra's in it. Well, I just most recently, she played P. Diddy's wife. Well, I just seen that as well. So I saw that, so I was familiar with her. And then I think the weekend before, I saw Felicia Rashad. She was here in town, and she had this, it was this big women's meeting down at the Coliseum, and I had tickets, and I went, and she spoke. It was a pleasure seeing her as well. So when I saw Miss McDonald, I had mentioned, because I knew they were in the play together. So when she came by, she was shaking hands. I'm sure there were dignitaries in there, because this was a big deal to get to meet her in person. And so when she got to me, she was walking by, and I said, you know what? I just saw Miss Felicia Rashad. She was just in town. And she stopped. She turned back. Said, she was? I said, she was. I said, I just saw her. And I'm like, so then she went on to the next person. And I'm like, she was walking by me. I was like, just blessed. It was, they had champagne. They had hors d'oeuvres. It was a really, I've never been in that part of the, it was at this is how long ago it was. It was for local people who live where I live. It was at the Gilliard. That's how long ago it was. It was at the Gilliard. I think it was the Gilliard, yeah. And they had like a little private room, and it was heavy hors d'oeuvres, and it was really a pleasure meeting her. And I know I'm rambling because I really don't know how I got onto that. But I'm just that is just an example of how well I'm feeling today. And I just thought I'd get on and talk to my friends. I just wanted to talk to you all and touch base with you and just let you know that I'm doing well. And I don't call it the morning talk for nothing. Oh, this thing is like, every time I move my head, I haven't quite figured out how to get that adjusted. So I will move my head really slow so it doesn't get tricked. It's still moved. But that is all with our morning talk. I've already had my coffee. So, you know, I didn't bring any with me. So that's probably why I'm like racing, because I already had my caffeine. I'll have my tea later on in the afternoon. But thank you all for watching, and have a good day. Go out there and get them. Tell them LENORA sent you. Goodbye.
So y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel and like it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them.